Hello, designers! We recently released a reel showing how we create a parallax effect with Albert Einstein. It gained crazy views. 1.5 million, lots of likes, reposts, and saves. In this video, we will show you the principle of creating such a parallax effect from any image and answer popular questions from the reel. We generated the image in Midjourney using this prompt. To demonstrate the process, let's take a different image. Let it be DALL-E. Let's go to Photoshop. Use the crop tool to increase the image area. Generate the missing part of the image. Choose one of the three provided options. Merge the layers. Use Select Subject to select DALL-E. Use the Quick Selection tool to select what was not selected. Move DALL-E to a new layer. Select DALL-E on the background layer. Generate the background in its place. Choose one of the three options. Save DALL-E separately as a PNG as well as the background. Register on the LeiaPix website. Open Inspect through the right button. Go to the Network tab. Then IMG. Click Get Started and add the backgroundless DALL-E image. Wait for a while. Go to the Depth Map tab. Use Inspect to select and save the depth map. Repeat the same process for the image with the background. Go back to Photoshop. Add two layers, the DALL-E image and the depth map. Apply the Posterize filter. Set levels to about 15. Use the Magic Wand tool. Make sure the contiguous checkbox is unchecked. Select the brightest spot. Apply a 5 pixels feather to the edges. Duplicate the layer with DALL-E using the Command +J shortcut. The selection is now copied to a new layer. Repeat the process, adding new layers for each brightness level. Hold down the Shift key and add a second layer of brightness to the selection. Apply a 5 pixels feather to the edges. Duplicate the layer with DALL-E again using the Command +J shortcut. Next, do the same, adding a new color shade each time. Feathering is not necessary for the last layers. You will have a result organized into layers. Follow a similar procedure for the background. Add the background and place the depth map on top. Apply the Posterize filter. Set levels to about 6. Use the Magic Wand tool. Select the brightest spot. Apply a 15 pixels feather to the edges. Duplicate the background layer using the Command +J shortcut. Repeat the process, adding new layers for each brightness level. Now, we need to save each cut-out layer. It's important to give the layers proper names to facilitate the process later on. Start with the layer with the highest numeric value, such as 20. Give subsequent layers names in descending order. Transfer the layers to Figma. Make sure the first layer we cut out from the depth map is at the top of the layer list. Select all the layers. Align them vertically and horizontally. Without deselecting, group the layers into a frame. Crop the frame to the area we generated in Photoshop. Check the Clip Content checkbox. At this stage, we can open the Parallax plugin. If you don't have it, you can download it from the Figma community. If you're satisfied with the result, you can leave it as is. However, we can further smooth the layer overlays. The idea is to simulate the focal distance. Take the layer that should be the sharpest and add layer blur properties to each layer on both sides, increasing the values by +1. Copy all the layers and move them out of the frame. Resave the file. Rendering the layer blur effect in real time requires a lot of computing power. So by saving the images, the blur effect remains in the PNG, but it is no longer rendered by the computer. Re-import the newly saved images into Figma. Align and crop them in the same way. You can add text between the layers if desired. As a result, we get a very cool parallax effect. We can add a 3D effect. We can change the parallax type to zoom. That's how easily we achieved a cool parallax effect. How can we use it? In the export, we have 4 formats: HTML, SVG, GIF, and WebM. If you want to publish the animation on Dribbble or Behance, or demonstrate the animation in Figma prototype mode, GIF or WebM format would be suitable, which can be converted to MP4 using online converters. If you want to add animation to a website, HTML format is suitable. Save the file. Open it in a browser. As you can see, the mouse movement effect is still there and working. This file can be sent to the client and developer to demonstrate the parallax effect. There were many comments about the challenges developers face when adding animation to a project. The developer can add this parallax file using an iframe for easier readability. It can also be added, for example, in Webflow, where the parallax effect will also work. We will record a separate video on how to add parallax to Webflow. I want to warn you that if you have many image layers with high resolution, the browser may struggle to render them and it may cause lag. However, if you use vector images, such parallax will have a very small file size, only a few kilobytes. Send your results to us via email at info@dev.store, and we will post them on our Instagram. If you have any other ideas on how to further utilize the Parallax plugin, please email us or leave a comment. Thanks for watching. See you soon.